Hey everybody, it's James here with another edition of Tip Tuesday. Now, I'm going to be doing a solo Tip Tuesday, no guests on this one, but we are going to deal with a very interesting topic. And the reason this topic came to mind is because in the last 45 days, we have had 2 new agents start up on the Edmonton team, 3 new agents join the Vancouver team, whoop whoop, and we just interviewed 3 agents last week who are looking at joining the team. Fantastic. Love it. And so it made me think, well, if you're a new agent or an agent thinking about looking at a different brokerage or a different team, like what are some good questions you should ask and why would you ask those questions? So these tips are going out to all my realtor peeps out there. So the first question I would ask is probably what kind of training, support, and mentoring is available? Because there's a spectrum here. On one end of the spectrum, there is zero support. Pretty much nobody does that nowadays. Typically, what you see with most brokerages and a lot of teams is what I would call self-directed support. So there's an educational portal and an educational stream available that you can tap into. For example, Remax, Keller Williams, Our Brokerage EXP, um, Century 21, lots of the big brokerages are going to have a massive online learning component that you can tap into anytime you like. In addition to that, a lot of brokerage offices will have, and teams will have a couple times a week, just like a roundtable, boot camp, seminar, whatever that you can tap into. But it's very self-directed. Now, in addition to that, if you want to have someone at least who you can have access to for questions anytime you have them, be it deal related questions, paperwork related questions, negotiating related questions, or just how to get around and navigate the resources. Like who's your go-to person? That's an important question to ask. And then on the other end of the spectrum, you have a completely immersive environment. And this is what we do at Mogul, and a lot of other teams will do this, where you have someone that will go to listing appointments with you, to buyer appointments with you, who will shadow you, who have people on the team that you can shadow when they go do their business, who will sit down with you and listen to you having client conversations and give you feedback where you can listen in on their client conversations and learn. Um, is it hands-on? Or is it more so like you get to show up to a seminar and have someone you can ask questions to once in a while? So that's an important thing to ask because number one, know what you need. Um, what you need is going to determine where the best fit for you is. Now, keep in mind, commission splits are a big part of the conversation. And, that's going to be a question to ask is what are the fees? What are the commission splits? Know that the more help you get, the more services are provided, the more immersive the environment, the more hands-on training you get, the bigger the split is going to be or the bigger the fees are going to be. So you can't have your cake and eat it too. If you go to a place with super cheap fees, you're going to get what you pay for. If you go to a team that has a really big split, you are probably going to get what you pay for, which leads into the next question. Okay, well, if these are the fees, what comes with those fees? That ties into the question of like, what's the mentoring, education, and support? Well, what else? On our team, we have a full-time admin staff, and every single agent on the team gets all of their paperwork done for them by the admin team. Our agents don't do paperwork. Those admin get paid. That costs money. So it's a more supportive and immersive environment. On the other end of the spectrum, if you're a solo agent at a discount brokerage, you're going to be filling out all your own paperwork. And that's okay if that's something that is in your comfort zone. The next question I would ask, and this ties into support, but it's a specific question, is what kind of marketing and lead generation support does that team offer? Again, if you're a solo agent, that's something you're going to figure out on your own. If you're in a supportive and immersive team, they should be running a lead generation program, handing warm leads to you, handing web-based leads to you, and helping you with your marketing presence and brand efforts to be able to build up your lead generation and client acquisition strategy. Now, another question I would ask, and this one's super, super important, is what programs does the brokerage have to help the agent save for retirement? This is something that not all brokerages have. Right now, EXP is a publicly traded company, and they give their employees or their realtors a stock matching savings program towards retirement. I think Remax is owned by a company called Reology that's publicly traded, but I don't think Remax helps you save for retirement. That's something you have to do on your own. So, what support? What's going on for saving for retirement? Now, Exit Realty, Keller Williams Realty, EXP Realty also have a revenue share model, which again helps agents build towards retirement. Not all companies do that, so it's all about asking, like, hey, what is this company going to help do for me to help me save for retirement in the future? Because that's huge. You don't want to be that realtor who's a bazillion years old who still has to hustle deals because there's no retirement program. The next piece I would ask is if you are super ambitious and you have a goal of growing into a bigger business one day, a question I would ask is, what opportunities are there for me to own a part of this company or to participate in ownership in this business? Um, Again, some brokerages have a model in place where top realtors can buy in, some don't. Our team has a model where top agents can buy in and become partner. And then again, companies like EXP and Reology are publicly traded where you can be an employee owner. A lot of companies are not. So, for me, a big part of my philosophy in business is employee ownership, employee buy-in, and being able to ascend and, not only work at a place, but have ownership of a place so you can help build something that you get to have pride of ownership in. So that's a huge, huge question. And it's something that's, in my opinion, really absent from the real estate industry right now for most brokerages, but there's a few that have woken up to it and that do it. The last question I would ask is, what's your corporate culture like? And how can you show me your corporate culture? So what I would do to answer that question is go to a team meeting, or maybe go to a team social function, or just go hang out at the office for a day. The team, the brokerage, those are people that you're going to be spending time with and that you're going to be relying on to help you grow and to learn from. So you want to make sure you vibe with them. You got to have a good vibe. You got to have a good fit. Fit is super important. And those are some of the initial questions. Are there more? Absolutely. But those are very important ones that I would want to get answered. What are the supports looking like? Who's your go-to person that you can get mentorship from? How does the company help you save for retirement? Is there an employee ownership perspective where you can ascend to the next level in your career and grow? What's the fit like? And what kind of support do you get from a marketing lead generation perspective? These are the kind of things you want to know as you're, going around and interviewing. And I'll tell you, if you joined one brokerage and it, for the first year of your career and it helped, but it wasn't exactly what you were looking for, there's no shame in exploring other options. Same thing with the team. Maybe you started as a solo agent. You're not quite getting what you want. So a team could be a great fit. To help you boost your results. These organizations exist to help you as a realtor be more productive, help more people find their dream home, help more people sell their home and make life moves. And so, if you've been an agent for a while, it might be worth your while to explore some other options. And if you're a brand new agent, you got to pick a place to get started with your career. So I hope that helped. If any of you know someone who's thinking about starting a career in real estate, show them this video. Hopefully it helps them along their way. And that, my friends, is another edition of Tip Tuesday.